Mhm. Good morning. Good morning. We are live. It's Sunday morning, the last Sunday of the month. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is okay. I know I'm okay. I'm doing great, actually. A little under the weather, but I'm doing well. Happy to be here. I wanted to start earlier, but it was not possible. So we're here. Nevertheless, we are here and we are being grateful. We're thanking our Creator for another beautiful day. Gratitude before everything. We are in our comfort zone and we are ready to deliver the message of the day. If any one of you is currently watching, I don't think anyone is here, but if you are, and if you are incognito, as I know that's possible, say something. Good morning. Let me type good morning in there in the chat. Welcome. I love Sundays. Sundays are very relaxing. Smiley face. I have some nice shares today. Welcome, welcome. Let me wait a few minutes. It's 11:35. I like numbers that ends in 5. Can anyone guess why? Welcome. Okay. Today is the third week of our subject. And I've been thinking this morning, am I going to continue with it? I think today will be the third and last day of this subject. Unless anyone comes in and say they want me to continue. I've had some reaction, but not too much that will require for me to continue. So for those who are watching for the first time, I should say that today's subject is Love at 40, 50, and Beyond, Part 3. Meaning the past 2 Sundays we have spoken about the same subject, different parts. I left my glasses on the other side, so I'm going to try to do this without my glasses today. What a challenge. Here we go. I hope everyone is okay. And if not, it will be okay. It's very important. In preparation of the subject of the day today, I had several thoughts come to me. But we're going to go with this. And this is going to, as I mentioned, it's going to be part 3 of the Love at 40, 50, and Beyond series. I hope everyone is having a wonderful morning. And we are going to jump in. So to start, I'm reminding everyone to be kind to yourself, love you, so that you can love others. And be grateful for life. Be grateful for everything. Despite all. In my gratitude journal, and the journal can be Physical or mental? It's better if it's physical because you can go back to it and see what you wrote. For me, when I open my eyes the first thing in the morning and I see that I'm still here in the physical, because we're not only physical. How many of you guys know that we are not only physical? Tell me in the chat. I would love to know. Why am I taking so long to start? I know I changed the time, but nevertheless, I was expecting to see a few of you here. What is love? Who can tell me what love is? Love is sacred. It's a sacred emotion between two people. And as I was saying earlier, are we only physical? No, love is spiritual. Do you agree? If you agree, let me know why. If you don't agree, also let me know why. I would love to know. As you're coming in, please give the video a thumbs up if you like what you're hearing, and the inverse if you don't, and why. Don't forget to subscribe and share. So we're gonna do that little exercise today. We're gonna like the video. We're going to subscribe to it, and we're going to share it with others. Love is a beautiful thing. Without love, I don't know where the world will be. Where would we be if there were without love? As I was saying, love is a beautiful thing. It's sacred. It's exhilarating. It brings joy. So that would be the why. When you love someone, how do you know you love that person? By the way we act? What do you love about that person that you say you love? All those are great questions to ask yourself when you start feeling that emotion that is so sacred. And I'm not referring to the love that we have for one another as human beings. Or I prefer to say as beings, because we're not only human, we are spiritual. And to me, I don't know, if you don't agree, please let me know why. Again, we're here in this space, we talk about everything. We are free beings, so we should be free to speak about everything. That's my opinion. My humble opinion, not so humble. So a great question to ask yourself when you feel that emotion that is so sacred, that is such a great gift. You should ask yourself, what do you love about that person? You feel butterflies in your chest when you see that person or when you think about them? So what do you love about them? And be sure that it is tangible, whatever it is that you love about them. Is it their character, the way they make you laugh, their kindness? Do they have a caring heart, a kind heart? What is it that you love about that person? It's very important to know. And the reason for that is It'll help you differentiate feelings from your standards. Do we have standards? Should we have standards? I say yes. It's very important. And the reason why I believe it is important is because it will prevent you from suffering. It's very important, especially when you get to that stage of life where you are in your 40s, your 50s. How many of you here are in your 40s? Married or single? In your 50s and beyond? In your 60s, in your 70s, in your 80s, in your 90s? I would love to hear a story about someone who fell in love or found love in their 80s or their 90s. Beautiful, beautiful experience, a beautiful gift. I'm not going to say it's a miracle because it's not, but it's beautiful. What's the difference between puppy love? I say puppy love, that's how I think they call it when you were in your teens, 20s, and when you were in your 40s or your 50s or beyond. What's the difference? I would say the only difference is experience because the feeling is the same. So I would say it's experience and age. That's the only difference between puppy love and love at 40, 50, and beyond. Again, I would love to hear your comments. We can make a debate out of this. Share your experience. I would love to hear it. We are here to learn from each other and share. What are the most important things in love? What are you looking for in love? I truly hope you're looking for genuine love. You're looking for loyalty, respect. And when I say you're looking for, you should be able to give it as well. It shouldn't be just one way, it's a two-way street. And I pray that that emotion that you're feeling, that person that you're feeling it towards, feel the same. It cannot be forced. It has to be like a river. It has to flow freely. On that note, I want to say, if that person that you love doesn't love you back, that's okay. That simply means that's not the person that the universe has in store for you. You can love that person as a friend. And at the word friend, I have a big point there, an interrogation point. Why do I have that? Nowadays, I hear the word friend used and misused. I say misuse. In my generation, I've never heard that before. So I think it's a new word with this new time that we are living in. People call each themselves, I'm going to use the nicer term, okay? There's another one, but I'm not going to use it in this video. So I'll say the term that I hear that I'm not really fond of that term. It's called friends with benefits. What is that? Even regular friendship shouldn't be for benefits. So why should I want to have a friend with benefits? I don't like that term. I'm thinking it's because people use that term because they don't like commitment. They don't want to commit to each other. They want to play the field. I think it's a very degrading term for me, okay? I'm not speaking about anyone else. You know what you want, you know what you prefer. My preference is not a friend with benefits. There's another term for it. I think you guys know what it is. I'm not gonna say it, but oh my gosh, I know we're all adults here. I made sure that I put this is not for children, but just in case, I'm not gonna say. I I don't like that term, friends with benefits. It's degrading. It's disrespectful. Although some people may like it, I don't really care. So I'm not gonna stay there too long on that term. I just wanted to mention it. But going back to the qualities that you should be looking for in real love, genuine love, I think they are very important. Yes, that person should be a friend, your best friend, because the older you are getting together, growing together, at the end, that's what will remain friendship. When everything else doesn't interest you anymore, it will be friendship, caring for one another, loving one another still, but not so much in the physical sense as to when you were in your younger days or younger years. So, loyalty, very important. Respect, very important. When you have to care for one another at a later stage in life, respect will be very important. Treating each other with respect and dignity, caring, going back to love, that feeling that is so sacred. It brings out the child in you, your innocence. That's why I said there is no difference between puppy love and love at 40, 50, and beyond, other than the age and the experience you have gained throughout the years. Caring. Love is such a beautiful thing, a beautiful experience. It's a gift. And I pray that everyone gets that gift in their lifetime. Can it be more than once? Yes. Different age group, different age bracket, different experience, um, wisdom. You gain wisdom as you get older. I truly pray that everyone will gain wisdom as they get older. That's, that mean if you don't, it simply means that you haven't learned anything. Earlier I mentioned is are we only physical? We also already mentioned the word spirit, because love is what? Two spirits connecting with one another. Yes, the physical is part of it because we are having a human experience, but it's not only physical. Not only physical. Freedom. Some may not agree. Two that are connected in love, most of the time we hear the term they become one, but they still are two separate individuals, two separate beings that chose to come together. So they are free. Free in what sense? Free in continuing to be who they are or who they were before they met. And I don't want to confuse anyone or cause any confusion between freedom and fidelity. You can still be free to be you while being faithful to your loved one. That was deep. Freedom doesn't mean doesn't mean or give one the license to do everything you wouldn't want your other loved one to do unto you. What do I mean by that? Freedom means you are free to think. You are free to have your opinion. You are free to be who you are, who you were destined to be. Being in love with someone doesn't mean that person can choke you down or shut down your dreams or tell you what to do and how to do things. No. You should encourage each other to grow, to fulfill your dream. You should encourage each other. It doesn't mean you have the freedom to be with whoever you want while you are with that loved one. No. That's where the word fidelity comes in, faithfulness. I find it deceitful if a loved one says, I'm with you exclusively, yet behind the corner, they are with someone else. That is deceitful. Don't you agree? Deceitful. I don't know about if you guys, if anything I'm saying here is, maybe we should discuss each one of them separately because they are very important in our journey here, in our relationships with one another. Do you know these key words will make or break a relationship? Did you know that? There have been a lot of breakups because of lack of fidelity. That's a big one. And on that note, I'm going to share something I witnessed this week. I'm not going to say any names, but this weekend, we're still in the weekend. Okay, so Friday night, me and my daughter, we went to a show. We went to support musicians that we both like, who are coming from my native land. My daughter's from here, but she's more Haitian than me sometimes. So we chose to go to an event where two young artists came from Haiti to perform here. Beautiful event. Of course, there were other singers performing. So the first singer, not the ones that just came from Haiti. Let me not do this because no. Let me just say this. I'm going to be brief. Focusing on this subject, fidelity. Now, this person that we witnessed is someone who's married, okay? Great performer. And my daughter is very fond of his music and he sings well. I was there witnessing the show. And at the end, I saw he was dancing in a dark corner with a young lady. And I'm like telling my daughter, oh, his wife came to support him. Wow, beautiful, nice. Usually I don't think it's a common thing for the wife or the girlfriend or the loved one to go assist a show. So I showed her, I said, look at so-and-so dancing. That's his wife? Because I don't really know the wife. And she says, no. And she's like, wow, mom, he's a great performer, but I lost respect. This is not cool. This is not cool. To leave your wife home and you're dancing in that manner with another woman. Now, mind you, my daughter is younger than me. So if she sees it that way, something is wrong. And the reason why I'm saying that is this newer generation, maybe they take I'm thinking, since I'm from an older generation, I'm thinking she would take it lightly. She took it so far to send a message to that person to say, I enjoyed your show until I saw you in the corner. When she told me that, I said, oh no, you didn't do that. She says, yes, mom, I did because I was very disturbed by what I saw. So I share this with you guys just to show you how important that word fidelity is. It's a very important word. It can make or break a relationship. Why do people cheat? Why do people cheat? And I'm saying not only men do that, eh? Women do it too. Why? If you, to me, okay, that's my opinion. If someone chooses to cheat, you shouldn't even have to do that because you are free to be whoever you want to be. And two, you are an adult. Do you respect yourself? You should respect yourself. Do you respect the person you are with? You should. Do you love that person like you say you do? You should. And that's my logic, okay? So if you say yes to all these, why do you feel the need to cheat? Just say to the other person that you so-called love or are in a relationship with, so and so, I think we have fallen out of love. Is it repairable? Do you want to be in an open relationship? Yes or no? Give that other person, your partner, your loved one, your best friend, give them that opportunity. I think they would respect you much more. And then you can part in an amicable way. We have fallen out of love. We don't feel the same way for each other. And I find somebody else, or we're gonna do things different. But tell that person, communicate, which is another big piece of a loving relationship. Communication. Because some people are not right up there. Can you imagine? Well, I watch a lot of movies. Ooh, yeah, it's okay. It's better to communicate, but to be in a relationship, married or not, and for you to be doing that, that's disrespectful. That's unfaithful. That's unloyal. That person will never be okay with that. You put them in a very delicate, dangerous, not only delicate, dangerous position. Dangerous how? I'm going to let question. Put something in the chat for me. I think it's dangerous. For me, I would divorce you without thinking twice. I don't care how much I love a person. You treat me in that manner, that's it. That you have crossed the line. Oh, the air is very strong here. I'm sorry. Okay. So I say this, let's respect ourselves for the sake of our loving relationships. Communicate. And I know communication is not an easy thing. It can be difficult for some, while others excel at it. I like to use myself as an example. I know communication sometimes is not easy for me, but being an introvert, and I always think of myself as a double introvert who has learned to become an extrovert to some extent. I think it's easy to focus on your feelings, on how the person's or anyone makes you feel, to be able to explain what you want to explain to them. If they did something that makes you feel sad or unhappy or hurt, Focus on your feelings. In loving relationships, it's good to keep the fun. What sometimes some of us say, keep the spice going, keep the relationship as it was as it started, so that it doesn't become boring. I don't know. I think for someone who's very stable, how can it be boring? But I guess, yes, you have, for some people who like to have fun at all times, both people need to work at it. It's like the best example I could find would be you have a beautiful rose garden. If you don't care for it, if you don't pour love into it every day, and by that I mean put water, spruce it a little, those who love to garden will understand that. Those roses will fade away and die. So we need to treat love as such, like a garden of roses. Share, love each other, give love, keep it alive, show caring. A simple good morning, love, good morning, my dear, or a few little messages here and there. I know everyone is busy, but a few messages here and there will go a long way. A long way. If you say you love someone, show them. Don't just say it. Because after a while, it becomes redundant when you just keep saying it. Hello, I see two people just joined. Welcome. Good morning. No, it's not good morning anymore. It's good afternoon. Well, depending on where you are, say something. Introduce yourselves. Welcome in this space. Welcome in this oasis. A space that is peaceful. Where love resides. We want peace, love to reside here. And the subject of the day, just to remind everyone, is love at 40, 50, and beyond. I was speaking about fun. How do you keep your relationship, your loving relationship fun? Always have a joyous attitude. Always think of how to please the other, how to care for the other. Be each other's backbone, each other's best friend. It'll make things easier. Let's say you're having a hard day at work. Just by starting the day, greeting your loved one and letting them know how much you love them, how much you care for them, will make the day easier. On that note, as I was saying, loving someone doesn't mean to throw away your standards or your boundaries. You have to protect those. They are sacred. So you have you have to protect your standards, and that goes for both men and women. When I share something, I share it based on experience, what I've seen or what I've experienced myself. It's very important. I would hope to know that everyone has standards. And what would protect those would be self-love. Before I go into self-love, because that's my last word on my list, I'm going back to standards because I think that's important. Let's say you love someone and that person doesn't show you the same amount of love. What do? Any one of you want to say something? You want to say, what would you do in that situation? Whether you are married, single, in a relationship but not married, whichever. Love. I'm talking about genuine love. When you love someone and that person doesn't show you the same love, or they say it, but let's say that person is 1 minute they love you, the next minute they go silent, or they are very disrespectful, or you feel that they are not treating you the way you want to be treated. What do you do? Sorry. I think you need to focus on you. When these things happen, whether, and I'm speaking again for both men and women, you shouldn't chase anybody. You shouldn't have to chase anyone. If that person loves you, their actions will reflect it. If their actions do not reflect love, the way you want to be loved, the way you want to be treated, focus on you, love you, make yourself happy, and then the right person will come along. Why do you say that, Laura? Because it's true. So many of us, and I think when you get to an age, the older you're getting, the more tol- the more tolerant you're becoming, the more there's another word for that. The older you're getting, the more, for lack of a better word, I guess tolerant will have to be it. By what do I mean by that? You tolerate things that you would not have tolerated when you were younger. So I'm telling you, no matter how old you are, do not settle. Do not settle for what you would not have settled before, okay? Because age is only a number. It's only a number. Your mind does not reflect your age. So you need to love yourself. You have love yourself more in order to receive the love that you deserve. I've heard a term from a psychologist once who said, you attract what you are. You attract where you are in life. If you are feeling down, depressed, you're not feeling much of yourself, you're going to attract those who are down, depressed, not feeling much of themselves. So you need to love yourself. You need to take care of you. You need to treat yourself as you would treat a loved one. And then at the right time, the right person will come along. Don't run after it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing what I think is the best way. Um, so know your standards, protect them, and protect your boundaries. If you want me to continue with this subject next week, I'll gladly do that, but I need to see more participation from you guys. I don't see enough. So at this time, I'm concluding with self-love. I want this to resonate with each one of you listening or watching this video. Self-love is very important, especially when you're getting older. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. And I'm saying what I'm practicing, okay? I'm being transparent. Because I do not believe in settling. When you settle, you suffer. When you settle, you are accepting something that your inner self is not in agreement with. For you to live your life fully, your inner self, what we call the God in us, the God in us, the spirit that lives within us, that allows us to breathe every day, that animates us, it needs to be in agreement with that person you choose to love, that person you are in love with. So if that doesn't happen, there's going to be conflict and you are going to suffer. And it's not good to suffer. Is not good. I don't think anyone enjoys suffering. On that note, I'm going to play something for you guys. That's how I'm going to end today's video with. Unless I heard this morning. I truly hope it starts where I want it to start. For the English speakers, since this is an English video, the English version of the video, I'm going to let this play, but it's basically talking about Guilty. The title of the song is Guilty. And it's a couple. One of the singers, the female singer, is the one I went to see this Friday that I was talking about. So pretty much there's conflict. And the song says, and I'm trying translating because it's in Creole. It's guilty in English, but in Creole it says coupable. And the thing that caught my attention where she says, suffering because I'm tied up to this love. Obviously, when you suffer, you love someone who probably doesn't love you back the way you want them to love you. And she says it's deliberating when you find someone who understands you. And I think that's real love. You find someone who think like you and you are in sync in every sense of the word. You are spiritually connected because again, love, that feeling that you feel, that person feels, that connects you two together, it is not physical only. Yes, that's part of it. But basically or initially, it starts at the spiritual level. Two spirits recognize each other and they are connected. So let's take a listen, okay? I wanted you to hear. This is Haitian music, so it's compa. Our rhythm is compa, and but in this case, I think it's soft compa because it's love. It's talking about love. So she's telling him that he's breaking her heart. Of course, probably he's running around with other girls, mistreating her, humiliating her, not respecting her. When you humiliate someone, you don't respect them. And if he doesn't change, she will leave and find someone who respects her the way she wants or treats her the way she wants. Pretty much that's the gist of the song. And he's saying, not the same, but he says, you're not taking love serious. Love is not a game, it is serious. And he's blaming her. You are the guilty one. If you understand, if you like that type of music, I encourage you to listen to it. It is actually, I can type the link in the chat, but it's from Kai, Richard Cave, or in English you would say Richard Cave is the last name, featuring Beijing. And the title of the song is Koupab, Koupab. It's a new song that just came out. And I think she has a voice out of this world. And she's very young. Haiti has such talent. I love to listen to music. I love to listen to Haitian music. Different different beats, but same. Compa is the rhythm. Kompa. After this Friday, I said to myself, I need to find a more calm venue to go because it was a little rowdy for me after the young couple that came from Haiti finished performing. I didn't know they were continuing to perform. I told my daughter, that's it, we have to leave because it was hot. The venue was packed. I would say overpacked, overly packed. And it was time for me to go. When you get to be my age, you'll understand. I was thinking about that this morning. So that's going to be a challenge for next Sunday. I need someone who's 55 or has gone over that age bracket to tell me how was it? How was it before when you were getting to that age? How did you feel? And how was it after you turned 55? I would like to know. I'm very curious because I'm I call it a crossroad. This year is a very important year for me because I'm turning 55. And I'm not going to say I'm scared of that age. Actually, I'm looking forward to it, to embrace it. I just can't believe it. I'm like, huh? How come? How? Where did the time go? In my mind, I'm still a child. I'm very young in my mind. Let's say I'm very young in my mind. I'm not a child, but I'm and I thank God for that. I'm protecting my youth, my naivete. Is that a word? Can I say that in English? I think so. Let's ask Google if I can say naivete. Okay, Google, is naivete a word?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Okay, Google, thank you. You're not helping me today. Okay. What I wanted to say is um, being naive to a certain extent, okay? And I thank God for that. That's a blessing. I think it's a blessing to protect that. It's part of your innocence. Usually, when you see children, um, we tend to say they are very innocent, but it's good to protect that. No matter what, people may have done to you, protect that. Learn the lesson, but protect yourself. I remember someone told me that when I was back home before my first communion. They said, do your best to protect your youth. Don't rush to be old. Don't rush to grow up. So I always remember that. On that note, I'm going to leave you guys. It was a pleasure being here. I'm going to leave you with this reminder. Self-love. Love yourself. Give yourself big hugs. Love yourself. Don't throw away your standards and your boundaries because of love. Love is very important. It's a gift when you get it. But don't sell your soul for it, so to speak. By that, I mean, don't throw away your standards. That person that you love, if they love you for real, not for them to throw their standards away either, but they will reach a compromise with you. Okay? And these advices are for both men and women. Love should be fun. Love should be sacred. Love should be, you feel comfortable with one another. Be yourself. No pretense. Be joyful. Be friends. Be caring. Be loving. Be each other's friends. Be there for one another. Be free to be whoever you want to be and come together to love one another. Have each other's back. Be wise. When you are wise, there will be no need for infidelity. There will be no need for infidelity. I'm going to say that 3 times because 3 times is a charm. When you are wise, there will be no need for infidelity. And I think those who choose to be infidel or who choose to be unfaithful, when you get old, what do? I think they die alone. I don't know. I think it's best to be with someone that you love so much you're not interested in anything else. I think that's what love is. What do you think it is? I thank you, dear viewer, who has stuck with me until the end. I would love to know who that is. Say hello, say something. It's almost 12:30. I started at 12:33-ish. So I think the time has come for me to say goodbye. Next Sunday, we're going to have another subject. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. Don't forget to give me a like or a thumbs up. Ooh, the wind is getting to me. Sorry. And please subscribe to the channel and share. We're getting into the deeper subjects starting next week. So I look forward to seeing you here. And I say goodbye on that note. Have a wonderful Sunday.